Hi guys, welcome to this updated video this evening. I do hope you're doing really fantastic. So we're going to be talking about what is going on. We have our tropical wave, which is now designated as Invest 91L. And Invest is short for pretty much an area of investigation. It's being closely monitored for development. And we now have some additional model data available in regards to the potential track and intensity of the system. It will likely make a very close approach to or move into the Caribbean as we're going to be heading into next week. So we're still some time out, but it's looking that the system will continue a general westward trajectory, although an eventual curve is anticipated. So we're going to be talking about it. And there's a lot of moisture in the vicinity of the Bahamas and parts of the Northern Caribbean. It's been very active, very wet. And who knows, maybe there have even been those instances of some level of flooding. So let me know what's been going on for you. And let's now go into the details. Before we fully go into the details for that though, I have posted a new video on my second channel, Weather Extras. We talk about tropical waves a lot, but what exactly are tropical waves and how do they form? So that video is going to be giving you a quick breakdown of the details surrounding the formation of a tropical wave. So I'm going to be leaving a link to that video in the pinned comment below. So after watching this update, you can go down there and visit it. And you can also share your thoughts or let me know if there is something in the realm of weather that you'd like some clarity on. I can even make a video for you, who knows. So yeah, you can definitely go ahead and check out that video. But this evening here, we're looking at the satellite imagery once more. We can see all that moisture around southern Florida, the northern Bahamas, Cuba, Jamaica. It's been very active for much of Jamaica today. Even now, some thunderstorms are affecting some parishes and even some additional periods of heavy rain. And likewise for parts of Haiti and even earlier in Puerto Rico. Down towards northern South America, it's a bit active there as well. And then in the tropical Atlantic, there we've got our Invest 91L, which is expected to develop over the coming days. So we're going to be talking about it more very shortly, but for now, looking at the satellite imagery here at a much closer view, we can see all this action in the in sections of the Caribbean. And a tropical wave has recently entered the basin, so that's helping to influence a bit of rainfall across some areas as expected. And as we're going to be heading into tomorrow, it's going to be a similar story in terms of the rainfall. So all that moisture is going to remain for parts of southern Florida, the northern Bahamas, Cuba, Jamaica, even near the Cayman Islands and Haiti as well. There's likely to be additional periods of heavy rain. And that would be more likely in the afternoon hours when we have the greatest instability out there. So with all that daytime heat, it helps to influence those thunderstorms and all this convection that we see happening. And then for other areas, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, there could be a few additional scattered showers and thunderstorms. Likewise throughout the Lesser Antilles, and maybe if the ABC Islands are lucky, there could be some rain there, which is well needed for sure. For sections of Guyana, Venezuela, Colombia, going to Panama, Costa Rica, it could be active there as well with some additional heavy rainfall. And elsewhere, maybe some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Nothing too crazy is expected though. However, if you're in those areas that are expected to experience or are experienced in those instances of a lot of heavy rain, please be cautious and do not take any unnecessary risks. Going to our disturbance, we can see here that it has a high 90% formation chance over the course of the next week. So by the weekend or so, it could actually make it to tropical depression status and subsequently tropical storm status. The next name to be used for the hurricane season is Gabrielle. So it's pretty likely that this system is going to become Gabrielle over the coming days. And we can see that a general westward track is expected. So it is likely to approach the Caribbean around the middle of next week or so. And depending on how strong it is and how close it is as well, that will determine the magnitude of impacts. So as of right now, I cannot say where is going to experience what conditions. It all depends on how strong the system is. If it is, of course, on the stronger side, a stronger tropical storm or even a hurricane, then those impacts would be more intense compared to if it was just a weak disturbance. But by that time, it's likely to have developed into a storm. However, there is no guarantee because there can still be changes. As I mentioned in previous videos, we have time to keep eyes on the system. So there is no telling that it will, in fact, enter the Caribbean, although the likelihood of that has been increasing. Let's look at the model data that we now have available. So track guidance up first. We can see that the models are not really tight in terms of that track. They're kind of spread out a little bit. So we have some that are showing the system entering the Caribbean. So beyond, say, 48 to 72 hours, that's 2 to 3 days, there is some uncertainty. So the system is going to be moving generally westward, though, but it all depends on how soon it makes that curve dependent on those steering mechanisms, such as that area of high pressure, and if it will be reinforcing enough to allow the system to continue moving west, or if it will be weakened enough to allow it to move north. So that is going to be a major factor in where it goes. As it relates to intensity, most of our models have the system becoming a tropical storm within the next 2 to 3 days. So within that time frame, it may acquire tropical storm status, and they show gradual strengthening, some intensification of the system as well. We have quite a few models showing that it will eventually become a hurricane, and that will not be out of the picture, especially with the environmental conditions being more conducive. And as I speak, we still have some dry air within the vicinity of the system. That's probably the reason it's not producing a whole bunch of convection right now. But conditions are expected to eventually improve and allow it to further intensify. So we'll see what eventually happens over the course of the next coming days, guys. But that chance has been increasing, and it's pretty likely that we'll see something become of this system. And if you're in the Lesser Antilles, and especially the Leeward Islands, please keep a close watch. And that's why my channel is here, to ensure that you are updated as much as possible. So I will continue to do just that for you as the days go by. And yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of weather activity. Again, if you're being impacted by any heavy rainfall events, please stay safe and do not take any unnecessary risks. And then once more, there's going to be that link in the pinned comments below to take you to that new video on my second channel, as well as a secondary link. Now that one, it brings you to my second book, which was published recently on Amazon. It is a children's coloring book. So it is an A to Z type scenario, and it allows your little ones to be able to learn different words and objects and what those objects are. So you can definitely give it a purchase. And thank you so much for watching this video. So I trust and hope that you found it to be quite informative. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I will get to you when I can. And remember to always be weatherwise.